Okay, so let's stand in mountain pose. So feet hip distance apart. And when I say hip distance, I'm not talking about the outer edges of the hips. I'm talking about lining up the hip joints with the knee joints with the ankle joints. So we want to line up the legs parallel with each other, and the outside edges of the feet are parallel lines as well. Okay, so let's straighten the legs and turn the palms to face forward. So we don't want to lock out the backs of our knees. So if you tend to do that, you want a tiny micro bend in the knee. Otherwise, let your legs be as long as possible. And let's drop the shoulders down and slightly pull them back. Just think of widening the collarbones a little bit. And lower belly firms into the spine. Tailbone points down to the floor, so we're aligning the pelvis. And start to breathe. Let's do clearing breaths. Starting to release the excess pressure and stress from our body and being. Now, even though we're standing tall and with purpose, let's find a little more ease in it. So we don't want to slouch, but we don't want to hold it hard either. Okay? Align your neck, leveling the chin. And let's do your best to bring the ears right over the shoulders. So most of us will have a tendency to have our head forward a little bit. So maybe just a slight pulling back of the head without creating strain. Now feel your feet really melt into the floor, like spread them wider against the ground. Keeping them right where they are, just let them melt into the floor a little better. But we don't want to allow the inner arches to collapse. Okay, and keep the ankles straight within themselves. Keep the ankles centered within themselves. Let's slow the breath down and start to take deeper breaths in through the nose if possible, and out through the nose if possible. Getting grounded and centered. So think of a mountain with a high peak and then a wide base. So we want to think of our base as really wide and grounded, and our peak as tall as it can be. And let's also envision, use a visualization. When we inhale, gather your light inward to your center, condense your light inward, and the exhale, then let that light pour down into the ground through your feet, grounding yourself. So inhale, gather your light inward, exhale, ground yourself. If you want to use your hands to do that as well with your breath, you can. Inhaling, gathering to center, exhale, grounding yourself. Inhale, gathering, exhale, grounding. And soften the top of your head. Let the hands stay down now. Take a full breath. Okay, then let's wiggle the toes and fingers. Walk your knees out. Shake your legs out, your arms out. Let's do backstroke shoulder rolls, one shoulder at a time, rolling back. If it's okay for your body, do full arm back strokes. All right, and let's take your feet wide. Feet are parallel with each other. Legs are straight, and let's get strong in our legs. So kneecaps start to lift. Tailbone points down, aligning your pelvis, and then extend your arms straight out to the side into full star pose. Spread your fingers, shoulders drop down, reach out through the fingertips. So again, kneecaps are lifting, firm the belly. Since your arms are extended, your back is strong, so think of pulling the shoulder blades down your back. Line your head and soften your mouth as you breathe. Now push the feet firmly into the ground. Lift your top of your head up to the sky. Think of pulling the shoulder joints into their sockets more. Plug them in. And then start to squeeze your feet toward each other. So squeeze the thighs toward each other, engaging there. So take the pressure out of your head. Use your core, your back, your legs. Good breath in. Good breath out. Now inhale, expand, so push your feet wide. Reach your fingertips wide again, so an expansive star. Do another breath. And relax. So arms drop, walk your feet in. Shake your arms and legs out a few times. Backstroke shoulder rolls. Starting to get nice and warmed up. Full arm backstrokes. And let's clasp your hands behind you. Touch your thumbs to your sacrum, the back wall of your pelvis. And we'll stand strong into your legs, feet right under your hips. Firm your belly, align your pelvis, lift your heart, pull your elbows and shoulders back. Let your chin level. Deep breaths. So we're just opening up front shoulders, front chest. Legs push into the floor firmly, keeping them active. Take another breath. And slowly releasing. Let's do a few shoulder rolls backwards, so up and back, up and back.